Hey everyone, Monique back here with another video, and today we are unboxing two large boxes full of yarn. So from my market last time, I used up basically my entire yarn stash, and I have been doing crochet projects throughout the week, and I'm really running out of yarn. I'm going to insert some pictures up to the side about what my yarn wall situation is looking like. Included with the pictures, I'll also have a short video showing you all more in depth. Okay, so this is a before of my yarn wall. You can see I got basically none of that. About a half skeins of these bold ones. The pride colored ones, and black and white. Back there's just yarn scraps. I got red, orange, and gray. And then my second set of my yarn stash is right here. I got scarf yarn that I'll probably never use. This black and brown yarn I don't like. This yarn I used to finish my sister's elephant, and this vintage white Bernat blanket yarn. Both of these are empty. Because I'm basically out of yarn, I wanted to place an order for yarn so that way I can have some colors I need to finish the projects. For example, I need a yellow to finish the bee I have over there. I got some Sweet Snuggles, the original, the thicker one, so that way I can finish some octos that I have. And then we're going to go through these and I'll tell you what I'm making with them, and then we'll go from there. First, I'm going to move these boxes out the way because they're actually huge, and I'm going to put them to the side. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. I scooped back some, and I put these fluffy little guys down, not only just because I love them very much, but also so I know that I'm in frame or not in frame. I realized in my last video, the packages were in frame, and they still had my friend's address on there, so I had to have McDino on the side there, so I wanted to have some borders, make it at least a little bit more professional. We're first going to start with the Michaels box just because that one is smaller. For the list of items I got more of the light pink, light blue, light purples, greens, got out of all greens, browns, I'm out of all browns, black and white, because I'm almost out of that. So I got all the essentials. One thing I wish the Sweet Snuggles light line had was a red. I know that they have a dark pink, but they don't really have a red, so I'm kind of using my Bernat blanket red for the pride things I have coming up for my market in 2 weeks, but I got all the colors I needed. I don't like getting extra yarn, so you'll notice I only get one of each skein. I've said this in previous videos, but so I have ADHD and I don't like accumulating stuff. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel really disorganized and cluttered and like, oh my gosh, there's too many projects I have to make. How do I narrow it down? So I really only buy the yarn for projects that I need. This long intro aside, let's get into the yarn, starting with the Michaels box. Okay, this is the Michaels box. It came basically already open. Same for the Joann's box, so I have to check the invoice to make sure everything came in here. Can I open this without scissors? Yes, I can. Wait. Okay. First box. Going into it, I'm going to place this box to the side. Oh, it's so neatly organized. Let me see if I can pick it up and show you all. Boop. So nice and cute. All right, box. There we go. I kind of just sat it down like a shelf. So, first, more of this pink. This pink is called Carmine Rose. More of all these is Sweet Snuggles Light or Sweet Snuggles, by the way. Next is this black. Looks like it's seen better days. It's a little bit ovular, but it got here one piece, and that's what matters. Black. Next, this beautiful pink. I think this is my favorite color from them. I don't like pink, but this is a pink that I like. This color is Barely Pink. I'm gonna set these in front of me, see if I can make a little rainbow out of them. Hopefully that's in frame. Next, I know some people hate variegated yarn. I love variegated yarn. I love it so much. I'm jumping the gun, sorry. I love variegated yarn. I am gonna tell you later what the patterns these are for. This is Raindrops Multi. This is beautiful blue variegated yarn. Next, we have a seafoam green. This is called Ice Green. Next, we got this eggplant purple. This is called Meadow Violet. We got white, because you gotta have white. This one is white. We got yellow. This is daffodil. Next, we got the light green. This is baby green. We got a light purple. This is lavender. We got two sweet snuggles. One in white, one in black. I'm gonna use these to make octos. I'm gonna make pride octos with them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to tell you all the projects. I keep forgetting to wait till the end so it's not all cluttered throughout. I do apologize. I will make sure to restate them later. This is Bluebird. This is in Chenille Home Slim Terracotta. And last but certainly not least, we have Ophidolis. Yes, I still don't know how to pronounce it, even though I did a video with my yarn haul before. So in total, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 skeins. I am looking at the invoice now to make sure that everything is in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, everything is in here. I paid $6.99 per skein because of the deal. I believe it was just a 30% off for it. So in total, I will put the number up on the top, how much it cost for all the skeins, including tax. I'm hoping this yarn could last me the summer, but we'll have to see because I go through yarn pretty quickly. Since we're done with the Sweet Snuggles light, I want to tell you what projects I use them with just because I don't really mix them with the Bernat blanket yarns. So for both of these greens, these are going to make 4 turtles. I use Crochet by Jenna's turtle pattern, the regular size turtle, and using a 5 hook, 1 skein of green can make 2 turtles. So I can make 4 turtles in total, and that's what keeps selling for me. So even though the pattern is definitely not low sew and it takes me a while to make a turtle, I think it takes me like 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours if I'm moving slow, it is so worth it and they turn out so good in the end. So greens, you are gonna go away. Be gone, greens. Next, yellow. I am not only going to use this to finish the yellow bee I have, but also for, I want to make a giraffe. I made a giraffe in my first market and it sold. I made a pink giraffe, so I want to make a yellow one because I know that though I don't really like crocheting legs, that's why you don't see me make things with legs, I think they are quite impressive. I'm gonna be right back and grab my notebook to make sure I'm not missing anything else I have this yellow for. All right, I have my mighty notebook of notebooking. Looking onto here. Besides that bee, I am also going to use this in order to make some gummy bear keychains and bee keychains. I am completely out of keychains, so I'm working on some keychains right now, and I gave them all away, so I need to refill my keychains. Right, here you go, notebook. Goodbye, Mr. Yellow. It's sorry if you can see the inner teacher in me coming out, being like really dramatic and narrating things like super dramatically. It's just kind of like a part of me at this point. I feel like even when I'm with Liam, I have to work really hard to turn my teacher voice off so I don't overly juveniles things. Next color, light blue. This, I already have 6 octos. I have 2 purple, 2 pink, 2 blues. I'm gonna take a break from octos so I don't get burnt out. But these are gonna be used for bee keychains, mushrooms. I wanna make a blue giraffe, blue, pink, and yellow giraffe. If I have any extra, I'll make a turtle out of this. These will also be used for peeps. And I wanna use these to make mini dinos. I'm gonna make mini dinos for the first time because I made one for my student. I think I told you all of that had hurt their leg. And the pattern turned out really cute, and I want to make more of them. I'm still not sure what to charge. I'm kind of leaning towards 18 because they took a lot longer than I thought. They took like an hour and a half. Maybe if I do work fast, I can push it to an hour and 15. But I think because you have to sew the legs and then get the spikes on the back, it kind of take a bit more time than I expect. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 18 alongside the bee price. That's what this light blue is for. Dark blue is also going to be for the peep. It's also going to be for the whale keychains and shark keychains, and it's also going to be for for peeps. Condense our rainbow a little bit, starting on the other end. Sweet Snuggles black and white. I'm going to use these to make octos, and here is how. I'm going to grab my peep so I can show you the design I'm going to do. All right, I'm back. I just grabbed one of the Pride yarns for reference, but this is what it looks like. It's Big Twist Living, and what I do is I double strand it with a black and white yarn to really pop. These are the two peeps I made. Because I double strand the yarn, it's inherently more expensive. Like, to make both of these, I had to use one skein, and this is like $5. So it sucks that I have to I don't want to charge more for Pride items, but they cost more. These ones cost more to make, so the double strand ones will unfortunately have to be a bit more expensive. But for like the keychains I'm making, I want to make them normal price to the rest of my keychains. Anyhow, I'm going to double strand the octos with this in order to make it kind of like rainbow colored, and they're going to turn out like these octos, except a lot better, because for these octos, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was in a rush, and I hot glued the eyes in, but the glue is kind of on the sides, and I don't think the eyes are as secure as I want. So I think I'm gonna mark these for clearance as $5, which is a bummer, but I need to use bigger eyes for these and stop being like, oh, I can just use size 16. They sank right in, and I had to hot glue them in, and I didn't hot glue them in right, so they're not secure, and there's glue on the sides. Anyhow, these are gonna be $5. The ones that turn out well are going to be, you know what, I'm thinking in my head, this one costs more because it was I had to use a bigger hook size. I had to use an 8 instead of a 5. I'll throw these peeps out the way. But for the octos, if I use, this is smaller than Bernat Blanket Extra, which I used for that octo. So I'm thinking I can still get away charging these for 10. So, because I like making big octos. The small ones are cute, and I made them for one market, but no one really cared about them. I think the bigger ones are cuter in my opinion. Okay, those are in the box. Next, variegated blue. I am going to use these for whales and maybe a bee. I love variegated yarn. Look at this guy. I made him out of variegated yarn. He's so cute, but these have not sold. As soon as these sell, I can make another one because I love this pattern, but I haven't been able to sell them. I sell them cheap. I sell them at 30 when they really should be sold for more, like 45 or something. But this is also a smaller skein too, so I'm sure I'll go through it with keychains. Next, white. You need it for wings. You need it for details. I really like white and black like octos and small keychains, and I can also use these for orcas. So these are gonna be used for keychains, and you always need white and black. Dark purple, light purple. Same as before, peeps, gummy bears, so on and so forth. Pink, the most versatile color I feel like in crochet. You always need pink either for blush. If I am able to prep another time, I want to try possums for use this for the nose. You can make pink whales. You can make anything pink, and this is such a beautiful pink. I love this pink too, but this one's really bright, and I just really love this one. Last is the brown. This is going to make turtle shells. This can make about, I want to say this can make 5 turtle shells, so I should be able to make 4 greens and then 1 extra one, maybe a blue. Michael's box is going to go into the Aether. I'm going to clean up the space a little bit, so then we get ready for the Joann boxes. This is going to be a bigger order than the Michael's order. Okay, moving on next. I just want to go through what everything in Sweet Snuggles Light and normal Sweet Snuggles is for before I go to Michael's yarn, because I use different patterns for different things, and here's why. So for the Sweet Snuggles Light, it doesn't have as much structure as Bernat Blanket in my opinion. You can't really sew fit as well. Don't get me wrong, I love Sweet Snuggles Light, that's my favorite yarn to use, but for the Bernat Blanket patterns, they require a bit more structure because they're going to have legs and they're going to have parts that need to stick up. So the Sweet Snuggles, patterns I'm going to use these for is oxos, bees, whales, mushrooms, maybe a bat, maybe a giraffe, turtles, peeps, gummy bears, octos, mushy boys, itty bitty dinos, because they're mostly circles. They're by their shape, they're going to stand on their own. While for the Restock blanket, they are going to be used for snakes, dinos, chickens, cows, bunnies, and cats. Particularly cows, bunnies, and cats, they're going to need a bit more of that structure, so that way they can kind of hold and keep their shape and they don't kind of like blob around, which is what I prefer using Restock blanket for. Onto the box. Whoa. This box is a big boy. Let's see if I can open it and show you all, because it arrived at my friend's place open, so that's cool. Oh no, you're not gonna be easy care, are you? Ah! I should have just grabbed scissors, but I'm like, no, let me just, try to do this the Monique way. I think this is all just gonna fall out, so. Yep, it did. I'm gonna grab the skeins and get them all together and organize. I'll be right back. I don't see an invoice and I don't see all my colors, so I'm going to be right back. Okay, I guess there's no invoice and my phone is being used to record, so I'm just gonna go through what I see. I know one yarn should be missing. It should be a, oh goodness, it should be a pink, blue, and yellow Restock blanket baby yarn. That's variegated should be missing, but it's concerning me because I'm missing the black one of this. So I'm gonna be right back and check my computer. Okay, never mind, I just checked the black one is also waiting as well. So let's go on through, and I just checked my phone and you can't see all this yarn on the floor, so hopefully you're able to see the other ones. Starting first with this ombre yarn, though it's not the Restock blanket ombre, please don't get that one. That one's gonna be striped and not fade perfectly. This is the Restock blanket perfect phasing. I'm either gonna use this for a snake or a dino, similar to this guy right here. I just really like this yarn. It turns out so cute and it looks amazing when it's on a bigger plushie. On the small ones, you won't really notice, but for like the snakes or the dinos, they look really good. I'm kind of leaning towards right now making this into a snake, but also I know that it's going to be a pain in the butt to try to display a snake, so I kind of lean towards a dino, so we'll see. This is the first one. Oop. Next, these are all the yarns that are going to be used for chickens. The yarns I used before, I guess people didn't like them in chicken form, so I'm going to conform. I'm going to be like everyone else and use the tweed yarn for the chickens. Probably also because I don't use the I don't use the chicken part of the eyes on the side. I use them with the eyes in the center. It's a different pattern. So the name escapes me, but I know in the description will be a link to all my patterns. So these are going to be used to make chickens. I am going to make less medium ones because they don't really sell. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 big, 3 medium, the rest small, and go from there. Because I love making the chickens. My kids love them in the classroom. They're like the favorite pattern they played with. And I feel like the price is really fair for them, but it's gotta wait for the special type of person to be able to get them. So all 3 of these are gonna be for chickens. All these are blanket tweeds. First one is sea tweed, like seaweed. Second one is ivory tweed. And the third one is going to be woodland tweed. Next, on to the things that are going to be used for bunnies. This yarn is Restock baby blanket. It's in a plastic bag. This color is Pretty Girl. This vintage white is going to be used for the cows, bunny, and cat. So I'm going to set the vintage white aside, but particularly just for the bunny, it's going to be this one right here. And this one, which is Raspberry Kisses in the white. I've been trying to find a bunny pattern that wasn't a peep, and the same person made the loaf cat pattern also came out with a cow pattern and a bunny pattern, which I really like her instructions. They're super clear, and I feel like that would be really, really nice to make, and I can make them like $25, $30 depending on how long it takes me to make. So those are the 3 yarns I'm using for the bunnies. Next is going to be cats. For the cats, I am going to use Weatherwood for a gray cat, black for a black cat, and this blue Stormy Ocean for a blue cat. I didn't get the purple yarn again. I really love that purple yarn, but the one I got was thicker than the rest and I couldn't make 2 cats out of it. Also, it was kind of hard to use in my hook. So I know for brunette blanket, some colors you just have to be kind of careful with, so for thickness wise, but this is going, for each skein, I can make 2 cats. So I can make 6 cats out of these. And these are gonna go to the aether, on the other aether side. Finally, I have 5 skeins left, and here is why all these are gonna be for the cows. The light red and the light blue are gonna be for the bodies of the cows besides the vintage white. These are gonna be berry cows, okay? So this first one is going to be mellow mauve, and the second one is going to be country blue. These will be the bodies of the berry cows, including white. I don't know how many cows to make out of these. I'm assuming I can make 2 out of each color. The darker ones, so this first one, both of these are normal brunette blanket. This one is burgundy plum, and the second one is twilight, are going to be for the dark spots on the cows and their fruit purses and their horns. So that's what these darker colors are for. They're going to complement the lighter reds and blues. Finally is this green. This green is the baby blanket. It is called Misty Jungle Green. This is for the strap for their bag. All the colors I got for the cow ones, I can also use for the bunny ones, but I want to prioritize using up that yarn first. Before I close out this video, I just want to review what I went over, because I know that sometimes I can get a little disjointed when I talk, so I just want to go over everything. For the Sweet Snuggles light yarn, I spent around this much for the yarn, and for the patterns, I'm going to use for axolotls, bees, whales, fidget mushrooms, maybe a bat. I didn't order gray. I think I meant to order gray, but we're not going to talk about it. Giraffe, turtles, peeps, gummy bear, keychains, octos, maybe mushy boys, and little dinos. Then for Joann order, I have 2 that still need to arrive. My black ombre yarn for either a dino or a snake, and another pink, light pink, yellow, blue brunette blanket yarn for a bunny. For the yarns I do have here, it costs this much, and I am going to use them besides the caked yarn that's ombre for snake and dino. They're going to be used for chickens, cows, bunnies, and cats. I think I stayed within my yarn budget. On my paper I wrote 200. You'll see from me above if I stuck with my goal or not. And now I'm going to put away all of this yarn. I'm not going to record myself doing it because it's probably going to take me a few days, but you'll see a picture at the end here. Thank you all so much for watching. This is so fun to do. I'm not a person who likes to shop or buy a lot. If I buy something, I tell myself I have to use it up, so I'm glad I get to share this experience with you. I'm really hoping I don't need to buy any more yarn until the end of the summer. By then I'll use up everything, and then market season will start to die down for me because I'm going to be starting my 2nd year of teaching 5th grade reading. I'm so looking forward to it. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like. If you'd like to, feel free to subscribe. My goal is to try to post once a week or twice a week on weekends, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.